Today we bring you Drakelow Tunnels. Myself, Laura and Amelia are going to explore these deep, dark tunnels with a vast history which has seen many people through its doors. It was first erected in 1941. Back at that time, Rover was very busy producing parts for the British aircraft industry as World War II loomed over us all. Coventry was heavily bombed, which was where Rover's main two factories were located. These were destroyed, which meant a new area had to be built to carry on the production for the British aircraft industry. Drakelow Tunnels was erected underground so that if indeed it was bombed again, it wouldn't be so visible from the sky. It was erected in a grid system of tunnels so that if it did get bombed, part of it would only get bombed, enabling most of it to stay safe as well as the workers to stay safe so that production could carry on. As the construction work on the tunnel progressed, galleries were turned into dormitories for the workers to sleep here. Originally, buses were set up to transport the workers in and out because back at that time, not everybody owned a car. Fuel began to be rationed during the war, so this made it awkward for the buses to continue their journeys, locating the workers to and from work. So dormitories being built within these sites helped get rid of that problem. The tunnels themselves have seen quite a few deaths that have been noted. 7 deaths in total were noted, but there is probably many more that happened here which haven't been actually noted down. The ones which were noted down were reported as accidents. The first 3 were 3 men who died down here as the workers blasted part of the tunnel. The ground caved in on them, crushing them to death. Another 2 workers were tragically killed. After a long, hard day at work, they decided to ride the conveyor belt out of the tunnels, saving their legs. Unfortunately, on the journey, they became mangled up within the conveyor belt, taking their lives. Another life lost here was that of a woman who was rammed down by one of the dumper trucks. It is said that a woman has been seen here holding a child close to her hip area. Some of the past haunted claims claim that music has been heard, which sounds like World War II music, coming over the tannoys. Tannoys were installed here to make working life for the workers more pleasant. This was during the 1940s. The tunnels were then disabled after the 1950s. Music has since been heard on Paranormal Investigations here, and anybody that actually walks these corridors.
And also music as well. You can up here, music playing just faintly in the background, and there's no explanation for it.
Bars were also installed in here to make working life more pleasant for the workers, so that they had some kind of stress relief at the end of the day. Entertainers were also brought in here, very well-known entertainers such as Vera Lynn, George Formby.
Don't know where, don't know when. The blushing bride, she looks divine. The bridegroom, he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine when I'm cleaning windows.
The government also took over these tunnels later on during the Cold War with Russia. In the event of a nuclear strike on Britain, all of the important people in the government would have came to this bunker along with many others which was constructed around Britain, and they would have been safely housed underground, whereas the rest of the civilians would have perished. Who knows what history this place holds? Who knows what the government did while they were here? Many of their things that they did were unclassified, and we may never well know. White mists have been seen here. Large spherical orbs have been seen here, floating in their own path. Footsteps have been heard. On past paranormal investigations, people have ended up crying and needed to get out of here as quickly as possible. This place has a very dark, eerie feel to it. Considering its past, There may be many trapped emotions within these walls, consisting of sadness, happiness, energies which we can't see, which may be recorded into the atmosphere or these walls behind us. It is very cold down here. The conditions are damp and wet. Sometimes you can hear drips coming from the ceiling off of the walls. There's been reports that bricks have been thrown at people, not just falling from the walls, but coming from nowhere with a sudden force.
Drakelow Tunnels caretaker Sid Robinson kindly agreed to share his past paranormal experiences with us on camera.
Well, I've had a number of experiences over the years, to the point where I don't even like coming down here on my own anymore. And the quite common one is footsteps. You can be working in the generator room, changing a filter in silence, and you can hear somebody walk up to the door, and then you shine your torch back and shout, and there's nobody there. That's quite frequent. And also music as well. You can up hear music playing just faintly in the background, and there's no explanation for it. Some sort of quite old sort of style music, sort of not maybe, I don't know, about 40s, 50s sort of era, I should imagine. But you can clearly make out there's the music playing, and quite often there's a chap I nicknamed Oswald, and he's a small Irish navvy looking chap, and he'll quite often appear, put his foot against the wall, roll a cigarette, light it, and then just walks off into the mist. Oh yeah, several times.
Really?
Yeah, several times.
Does he just sort of hear when you look there, or does he hear in front of you?
No, I can literally just turn my head, and there he'll be stood a few feet away, 6 feet away or something. And the first time I saw him, I literally jumped out my skin because I thought somebody had come into the tunnels, and I don't know how, because I'd locked the door. I thought somebody got in, and literally I jumped out my skin. I was completely, my heart was racing. It freaked me out. I went straight out. Yeah, I had to get outside. He seems to look at me, yes. Yeah, he seems to want to know what I was doing. But, oh yeah, quite a few occasions. No, not really. Sort of, almost like imagine a shape made out of sort of mist, type, smoky type looking sort of thing. But you can very clearly define his shape and his height and stuff. And you see what he was doing when he was lighting, rolling his cigarette and lighting it. Well, that's what I called him. I don't think it is really Oswald. But that's all I could think of at the time. It is. And I've had, there's another old boy who used to work for me, and he's seen him as well on separate occasions. To start with, but Dave was quite old, and he was like, oh, whatever, he said. I just talked to him, say, come on then, Oswald, come give me a hand.
Is he the only thing you've seen?
No, there's a lady who's seen in the doorway down there, and she'll stand there with a child on her hip. But there was a woman got run over by a dumper truck during the construction of the tunnels. Yeah, so it makes you wonder whether that's got something to do with it. It may not. I did. I mean, that leg, but probably from about this height, and hit the curb, and his leg went in 3 places. But it was just like a big dead weight on my shoulders, and it was like poof, I just suddenly was off the ladder, and that was it on the floor.
Have you had any other?
Yes, I've seen a cable that's come down a wall in conduit to go to a light switch, and I've seen that flicking against the wall, and that you could hear the clicking noise, and couldn't work out where it was coming from. Eventually, we shone the torch, and there was this cable and this light switch flicking backwards and forwards. And I had a nephew with me, and he was petrified, and he said, "Yeah, Uncle Sid, can you stop doing that?" And I said, "It isn't me. It isn't me." And he's going like, "Yeah, can we just go then?" No, there isn't. So it's very still, so you wouldn't possibly get a draft. And also in the kitchen canteen area, there's a candelabra, and I've had on 2 or 3 occasions the candelabra started to just randomly swing above my head. That's very freaky. So yeah, it's never a dull moment when I come in here. And I say, I don't like coming in on my own. If I have to, I'll come in with the dogs, but I tend to be in, go to where I'm going to go to, and I'm straight back out. I don't hang around.
And sort of read that dogs and barked.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, literally just to get into the kitchen the one time we went to go through, and they all just stopped at the door and were crying and barking and wouldn't come through. And that's, you know, when that happens, it's like incredibly unnerving.
A regular visitor to the tunnels are investigators Nicky and Rachel from Paranormal Eye UK. They also kindly agreed to be interviewed on camera.
In here, they're very strange actually. We've had, I myself in here personally have experienced very heavy footsteps, and the footsteps were up around in the BBC area. There was nobody present, it was just myself and a team member, and it was straight in front of us, and there was nobody present at all. It was almost a bit, well, you could hear them crunching over the wood, but it was literally as if it was a physical person. It was that loud and that clear. So we've had that in here. We've also had like gusts of wind appear from nowhere, where you can actually, as you go further into the tunnels, you can actually see like the dust swirling in one place. There's no dust anywhere else. We've tried to look to see, is there any drafts? Where's it coming from? Is it paranormal? We don't know. We can't explain that one. We've actually had that happen in here. But the biggest one for us was we actually had a locked off camera, and there was nobody present, no guests present, just the team. And within 2 minutes into the camera running, you could hear somebody standing next to the camera, and it's almost like they give a sigh of breath. Very faintly you can hear music in the background, but there's no music being played. And you actually heard towards sort of midway into the video, you could actually hear a scream, what appeared to be a scream twice. And again, there was nobody present. Ready? Yep. We were down in the old kitchen area. It was a few months back actually, and I was walking around with Sid, and I did, not that I ever would, but I did get the urge. I could feel that there was a gentleman in there, and I got the urge that he wanted to cut Sid's throat. So I did need to get out. It was a very, very, very horrible feeling down in that old kitchen. So very bizarre feeling, but I'm sure you'll experience that today. Hopefully you will.
Yeah.
Sure enough, our experiences started almost immediately during the first set of filming. Amelia started seeing light anomalies during the presentation.
Yeah, I keep seeing it over here. I don't know if it's a reflection of this light, I don't know.
Could be playing tricks. It'd be interesting to see if you see it with the lights on.
It keeps sort of coming and going. It keeps sort of coming and going.
Does it?
Yeah, well to me it does anyway.
Experiences. We've had normal bumps and groans and a few like footsteps. We hear a lot of footsteps, but we mainly hear a lot of things when the guests have gone home and when we're clearing up. We hear doors banging. When we know there's nobody in the tunnels, there's only just the group, the team, and there's probably a number of 4 people. We're all in the same room, and we can hear doors banging, and we can hear like little screams and things like that we normally hear, movement as well. The first occasion I was here was when we heard most of the banging. Was the first time I ever came here, and we just felt like we needed to get out. you know, and, you know, move on. But throughout the times, things are not as frequent, but then stuff will happen unexpectedly. You don't, like, I was cleaning in the base room and a bit of paper was thrown at me at one point and I was on my own, so that was pretty freaky. I have visually seen somebody walk by a door when I took a picture with my camera on the phone. The flash is outlined somebody walking quite quickly past the door, so that was, you know, unexplained. First time you walk through the door, you feel uneasy. You feel like there's somebody watching you, waiting to make themselves known, and it's quite a strange feeling because you don't, everywhere you go, you don't walk in somewhere and you feel like you need to get out, but this place here you do, and it's more or less every occasion you walk through the door. It's very eerie.
Before we began the investigation, Sid kindly showed us down into the tunnels where the kitchen area is said to be haunted.
You're staying by the light.
Yeah.
You're alright there. What's that? Is that thing?
Yeah, it's this here. You watch that. These make noises as well, just to let you know. Right, stand still a minute.
Where? It's funny you say that because I've got a feeling something was down there.
That guy don't like your dogs there.
We stopped there when we ever went for those. Secluded.
It's got one ear cocked.
Yeah. There's been quite a few of them followed somebody into a room, like the guys were shooting, there's nobody in there.
I can see and I can hear all the knives. I'm really busy at work, really busy.
It does almost look like there's somebody stick down there.
It looks like it.
The black figure to the left. And I can see, you know, there's darkness anyway because it looks like there's a little wall protruding in the back there somewhere. And there's a kind of a shadow, but it almost looks like there's an outline. Like a figure.
If that's you, that's at the end of the kitchen. Will you walk forward for me, please? It's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Not everybody can see you or hear you. If you can hear my voice, which I know you can you do something to give everybody acknowledgement that you're here, please? Right. I don't envy you.
Pardon?
I don't envy you. Down here.
Should we do it?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be doing like certain, trying to get activity to happen.
Yeah, we will do.
Yeah. I'd throw something, see if it'll come back. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
There's loads around here, just this little bit, honestly. I doubt you'll get round the whole thing. We've been here hundreds of times and never do.
Never get round it.
But good luck.
Thank you.
Another good area is
what
around
time-
the back of the base room as well. There's a bit where you walk out,
Right.
and there's an area there that's pretty good active as well.
I'll lock a camera off and it'll probably be in the BBC area. So if you do see a camera, it's ours.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. We're going to come back with you so we can get the night vision cameras.
All right.
So,
You know, have you got your bearings?
Ricky.
I heard a rumbling once.
Yeah.
No, but after that.
Yeah, no, blared. Yeah. Like it was from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know. It was pretty loud. I just hope this microphone's working. Well, if this microphone's working, I would pick that up because that was quite loud, wasn't it?
You see us getting lost.
I can't even find the bearings because I'm bloody looking at this camera all the time. Just following everybody else.
Well, especially down to go a different way back.
Yeah. Crikey, look at this! It's bloody all falling apart. Safe. Have we come this way? Okay. Running water. Quite slippery here, isn't it? Wait for me.
The main bulk of this investigation is going to see us trying to have our own personal experiences within these walls. We're hoping to see something, or hear something, or witness something that other people have witnessed here. Hopefully we'll be able to catch our experiences, and hopefully if we see anything, we'll be able to catch this all on our night vision cameras.
Focus your eyes at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel there's a glow. You can see something in the middle as well.
Oh God, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
Can you see that?
Yes.
I can see something in the middle as well. I saw
Oh
something
God,
coming towards us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See that? I can see something in the middle as well. I saw something coming towards us. Definitely.
Oh my God.
There was something on the floor.
Sadie, can you not see that?
Yeah, that glow at
Right
the end.
close to it. It's not at the end, it's closer now.
Look at that light.
Yeah.
It's moving.
Yeah.
That light is moving.
Yeah. It's coming closer.
If you come to communicate with us, thank you so much. We'll try not to be frightened.
Sadie, that's really close.
Can you make a noise for us, please? Can you throw a stone? I can see a figure there now, a black figure.
So can I.
Don't worry. It's alright.
It's white.
It does. There's like a white glow.
A white glow.
And there's like a dark figure stood in front of it.
Yeah. My heart is racing.
It's gone brighter. That glow's just gone brighter and then it's gone faded again. Wow, that's brilliant that you've got the energy to make yourself appear like that, if that is you appearing. Can you make a loud noise for us, please? Knock twice for yes. Right, I'm just going to turn my torch on. Just for a second. I don't mean to alarm you.
Amelia, can you see that?
No.
Can you not?
see it.
Focus your eyes at the end of the tunnel.
I'm trying to look
It's
through.
so clear.
It is.
It's so clear. I can see that.
Yeah, I think we should walk down there in a minute and just see if it is a source of artificial light somehow coming through. I mean, Sid did say that he's been in these tunnels and this bright light on an investigation, and the end of the tunnel wall just lit up really bright, and then they walked towards it and it just went off. There was no way it could have been torches because it wasn't moving.
It doesn't look like it's at the end of the tunnel though. It looks like it comes
I just saw
close.
something down here. I keep seeing something down here, right by my feet.
Can you see it, Amelia?
I can see a little light, yeah.
They came really close.
Yeah. Did you see something down here? Like a little light down here?
No.
I'm just there. I can see something here now.
Yeah,
to the left.
yeah.
To the left. Oh. Please, if that's you we're seeing, can you just make a noise, please? Can you repeat what I say? Just saw something. Maybe you could make some footsteps. Right, I'm going to turn my torch on. I don't need to alarm you. There is that glow coming from. I think we should walk down there and just see, check it out. Hold on, wait for me.
That was so close. It was almost like it was standing there.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was,
You know that glowy light? I saw something down here
it
as
came all the
well.
way down, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's walking towards us. Did you see it? There's no like taking that really.
No. Oh, it's a puddle. Oh no, my head torch is just broke. The strap's moved anyway.
There is no artificial light.
It's not. Right, let's just stop here for a second.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I think once we've walked down at the bottom to see what that is, it would be a good time to set up this laser grid. Can you just shine your torch on there a sec?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shaking.
Definitely saw something.
Yeah. And there's stuff down there. Right. I'm like really shaking. I don't think it's just coldness either.
No, it's not.
No, it's
It's
not.
like a nervous shake.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like it, especially not without lights, I don't like it.
Sorry, hold on a sec. There's lots of little orbs on the camera, but it's just dust. Right, let's go. It's like bars there. Can you see it? There's a hanging thing there, look. It's like, there's bars there, look. Right, the main thing while we're down here is to look after each other. So if anything happens, if anybody does get hit by a brick or anything like that, the main thing is to look after each other and make sure we get each other back to that base safe.
Exactly.
No matter what.
There's no artificial light down here.
Ah, there is. Look. That could be explained as the light coming in here glowing on that.
Could do, then how to explain how it's moving through us.
It don't explain what we were seeing right next to us. So we think we've debunked that glow as that door over there, the light coming through, and reflecting off of here. Right, so let's head back to the darker areas then, and we'll set up this laser grid, because if something was walking in front of us, if you could kindly do it again when we got these lights on, we'll be able to see you a little bit better. That would be brilliant if you could show yourself to us.
We ventured off to the old kitchen area to see if we could pick up or hear or see anything in there.
Right, is there a stone in the ground? No. Do you want to throw it? What do you want? Right, Laura's going to throw a stone for you. If you could kindly throw it back after Laura's thrown it to you.
Oh, that was me, sorry.
Hold on, let me get you down there. Sorry, you're alright. Stay away. No joking, hold on. Right, hold on. Okay. Right. Okay. Ready? Alright. Laura's going to throw a stone for you. If you could throw it back. Come on. Pick it up. I'm going to lob it at you. I'm going to lob it at you, and I want you to lob it straight back. Can you throw it back with force like that?
Captured a very quiet EVP saying, "Amelia, you will be saved or safe." We can't distinguish the words if it's saying saved or safe, but there's definitely a male voice there saying, "Amelia, you will be saved or safe." The interesting thing about this EVP is that earlier on, while speaking with Nicky, she sensed that there was a nasty presence who didn't like Amelia. So this EVP kind of ties in with what Nicky was saying by something there may be good, or something there with Amelia herself telling her she would be safe in the tunnels while we were investigating.
If you're here and you walk towards this device in my hand, it will flash. Can you come and make this flash for us to let us know you're here? Come on. I think we should venture a bit further down then. Okay. God, it looks like there's a man hanging on the corner of that wall. There, look.
Oh God, yeah.
Don't it?
Yeah.
It's the brickwork.
Yeah.
Don't it look like something hanging there?
Mm.
These tunnels affected all three of us in a very strange and different way. We started to talk about sexual things, which is something we wouldn't dream of speaking about usually on an investigation. Could this be something to do with the tunnels?
Horny times, horny times.
You speak for yourselves.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said you speak for yourselves.
I don't know what the rest of it. Horny times. Horny times, horny times.
God, they are.
It might be this lipstick, Laura.
You know what they say about ladies with red lipstick?
What do they say with ladies with lipstick?
Their lips are quite red.
We stayed in this area of the tunnel for around an hour, but we couldn't investigate properly because we just could not stop laughing or talking about things of a sexual nature. Our first visit to the Drakelow Tunnels didn't see us really come to any kind of conclusions about the tunnels. The only thing we captured was an EVP saying, "Amelia, you will be saved or safe," so a second visit was in order.
We've come back to Drakelow Tunnels for a second visit because on our first visit we didn't get enough and we needed to explore deeper because we didn't the first time we came. So it's just myself and Laura here today and we're going to try and see what we can get on our own. We're in the deepest part of the tunnel at the moment. So yeah, we're going to start off with an Echovox session and see how that goes. Kill. Kill.
Your eyes look like a crazed woman through this.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's like
They're not.
sort of,
Like I'm staring.
yeah, like you're white,
I feel
really
like
dark.
they do actually feel like they're being come on. In here? They feel like they're being like pinned open with matchsticks. That's what I need. Come on. Who's here? What's your name? Mark? 4. It's not very coming. It's coming attack. What did it say? What was that? I thought it said coming attack. 4. I don't know. Listen. I don't want you to come and attack me, thank you. You can save that for somebody else, not me. Yeah. So, is your name Mark? Oh, it's cut off again. Bloody auto lock. I have to keep tapping it. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing coming through now. Stop. Start. That's it. Use our little device. Yeah. To communicate with us. Are you anywhere near us? Standing near us? Two. Wolf divide? It's not very loud again, is it? Keeps turning itself down. Shouldn't have to keep turning it up like that.
I feel so tired. How many of you are down here?
5. Is it 5?
Sounded like it. Yes. How many people actually died down here?
Sounded like a dozen a minute ago.
Yeah. Did you hear a dozen? I heard 12.
Did you?
So did 12 people die down here? Did 12 people die down here? Pass. 4. Did hurt then? Who did hurt who? Terror? What sort of terror? Regret? A thief? What? Right, tongue-tied. The first 2 men who died down here, where the walls caved in on them, did that really happen? Sounded like shh. Sounded like the shh sound of what it would have sounded like. I love.
I love you.
You love us? There is. That didn't sound nice. There's 2 of us. Fuck off. Do you like people down here? Being down here? There's so many different voices here. It's hard to understand what you're trying to say. Can maybe just one of you talk at a time? Let's try and change it. Is that my name? 6 minutes?
I wasn't bothered really.
Debris. There would have been, yes. Debris, yes. There's a lot of debris down here, isn't there?
No.
Yes, there is not. We love her. Again, that's it. Keep hearing the word kill, do you? Was somebody murdered down here?
I don't like it.
Don't you?
I like to do an Amelia, but I don't like it.
We're going to try and communicate with anything that might be here. It's a real heavy feeling in the atmosphere, and it feels kind of smoky in here.
But yeah, anyway, so here goes. Right. Right, this is the second time we've visited here, and we thought we saw something, and we've had some really weird experiences since leaving this tunnel. I personally have at home, and have seen some weird stuff. So if that was something trying to come forward and show me a glimpse of your life down here, can you come forward and make yourself known tonight? Maybe make a noise. That's my boots.
I was going to say,
Oh, it's heavy, isn't it? Holding these. Right.
yeah, my arm's aching.
Yeah, mine is. Good exercise. Right.
Get rid of my bingo rings.
Yeah, same here. Cool. My jacket's quite tight as well, so it's making it harder. Right, come on. If there's anything here, come and make a noise. Maybe walk close to us so we can hear your footsteps. So dark down here, really, really dark. Nicky and, what was that guy's name? Darren. They showed us down here, and they've heard some breathing and some footsteps. I'm sure there was a glow up there. What were they hearing? If you're just at the other end of that tunnel there, maybe come a little bit closer so we can see you a little bit better, please. The vision I had of these tunnel walls and how red it was, if I was seeing through your eyes, that was my tummy rumble, if I was seeing through your eyes, why was you letting me see that vision? Were you injured down here? Were you running away from something? Because that's what it looked like. Such a weird place. I can't even think straight in here, can you? I can't even think straight in here, can you? I request you to knock 2 times. One. And again, 2.
I'm not staying in there. Fuck off. Physical.
Is that physical?
Hello?
Is there anybody in here? There was somebody talking in there.
That's what happened, Sadie. Somebody took my torch in there. Remember me telling you?
Drakelow Tunnels is by far one of the most intriguing and fascinating places to explore. Set underground below what was once an old village settlement, these tunnels have a feel of eeriness to them like no other. Our findings indicate that these tunnels are indeed very haunted, with sightings of apparitions, ghostly voices being heard and captured to audio, along with the ever-present feeling you are never alone. These tunnels are a dominant landmark amongst Britain's most famous. They should not be explored by the faint-hearted. Don't say you weren't warned.